if you're holding yourself back because of, if you haven't ever posted a content piece because of, if you never told anyone about the side business that you're thinking of developing because of, this video is going to dig the grave of fear of judgment. We are going to cover 3 mental models, and by the end of this video, you would be posting your first piece of content. You would be announcing on LinkedIn what you have been doing. You would be talking about your side hustle till everyone knows it. Okay. So I used to be really afraid of fear of judgment. I was really scared. Would be frozen before posting any piece of content online. I wanted it to be perfect. Everything. That was delusion back then. But over the past year, I have worked massively on it. You can see the channel. I've been putting my face in front of thousands of people. If you do all these three things and understand the mechanisms, the frameworks, the insights, you would be definitely getting rid of fear of judgment by the end of this video. So, I'm going to ask you to keep the next 15 minutes aside because I'm going to ask you to participate in a mental experiment with me. Trigger warning, I'm going to make you think about your own death. Let's say you die tonight. There's a funeral and you're in this coffin, and a lot of your friends and family have come to visit you. What would they say at your funeral about you? Oh, poor Rahul. He was such a good member of this fucked up society. He never used to do anything which would surprise us. He would always do conventional things. He would always agree to what society says. He never did a side hustle. He never cracked anything that is out of the league of masses. Would you be happy listening that? Okay, you would not be there to listen to that, but would you be happy with what people say if you just say conventional, if you lay low, if you don't speak about what you're doing? Okay, let's say you don't say anything about it, but what if this fear of judgment stops you from doing the things that you really want to do and you're not doing because people will say, hey, what you're doing, bro? Just stay in the line, follow the herd. Why are you getting out of the line? Why are you so afraid of these people? You know what will actually happen on your funeral? Out of these people, only these many will come because that hot girl that you still message that was in your school, that professor that scolds you in your college, that one distant relative that in Dubai that you talk to once in a year, they will not reach to your funeral even. Why are you so worried about the opinions of these people? And even if they do care, what about that? They will forget you in a few weeks. Let me make a distinction here though. I'm not saying no one cares and you should become an outlaw of the society and you do crimes and all. You would be locked up in jail if you do that. And second, I'm not saying that okay, no one cares, none of this matters, your life is pointless. I'm not going into this nihilistic tangent. I'm asking you to rather think from this freedom perspective that you are just a moment in other people's life. They don't really think about you that much. You are struggling with the spotlight effect. You think that everyone cares about what you're doing. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. No one really cares. No one really cares. They will maybe abuse you one or two times, maybe make fun of you behind your back, but that's it. Nothing more happens. But I still get you if you think this fear is still paralyzing because if you do things that are unconventional, your friends will be alienated with you. They will maybe leave you. You will be isolated. Okay? If you think that and you are dimming your glow because of these people around you that they will feel jealous about you, they will try to bring you down, then you are surrounded by crabs. If you put a lot of crabs in a bucket, none of them can get out. Because if one tries to get out, others will pull that crab down. So if your friends are pulling you down, you're not in a good circle. Pulling down, like not literally, but because of their opinions, if you can't fully express yourself, if you can't fully be in your element and do what you were here for, then they're crabs. And the good thing is, their opinions are not going to matter because they are also going to die. Their opinions are temporary. Okay? You are also very temporary. So, why are you caring so much about crabs? Even if your friends genuinely care about you, okay? Let's say you have a few friends that genuinely care about you, and you are scared that if you do something unconventional, they are going to be alienated with you, they are not going to talk to you. You will realize at this point that all friendships are selfish. No friendship can be 100% selfless. You are giving them joy, you're making them laugh, your company is making them feel a little bit more secure. You're giving them all these things. That's why they are with you. If you stop giving them these things, then they won't call you a friend. Okay, I would not call anyone a friend if they don't give me anything. So, any of these things. So, all of us humans, all of our human relations are selfish. Maybe mother and child is one of the rarest thing, which is the most selfless, but all of the other relationships are selfish. People are with you because they want something out of you. Most of the people. The exceptions are people who identify as a spirit and are not materially associated, whatever. But you will meet a very few of these people. To climb on the highest mountain, you need to climb on small mountains. Now, most of your friends will remain on these small mountains, and that's why they will be jealous of you because you came from the same place, but they couldn't improve themselves like you. They couldn't put in as much effort as you. That's why they will see a version of themselves that could be here, but is here right now. So you will piss them off. when you start pissing people off because of your success, they will be jealous of you, right? Now, I'm not saying everyone is like that, but most of the crowd, it is internal feeling that, oh, we came from the same place. I could have been there, but I'm not. Because of my own shortcomings, you will remind them of their shortcomings. So when you are here, you have to be really humble. I'm not asking you to be an arrogant ass who shouts to everyone that he is better than everyone and all of you are useless, all of you are worthless. I'm not asking you to do that. Once you lose humility, your downfall will begin. Pandit Shiv Shankar Sharma, the great Santoor player, said, when you are climbing a mountain, you are hunched. You are climbing like this. But when you are going downhill, you are going downhill like this. Like you are like this, right? So if you are walking everywhere like this and you are shouting your praise and you're belittling other people, your downfall is very near. But if you're staying humble and you are just telling them that, okay, yeah, I do this, I'm confident in myself, but I'm not bringing you down. That is the way. Keep doing what is your aim, what is your purpose, what you are here for. Do not fear the judgment of other people and do not make them feel bad once you achieve the fruits of your success. So don't fear judgment, write big goals and chase them. Tell everyone that I am doing this not in an arrogant manner, but in a humble manner, and chase your goals. Now, I know most of you won't take action even after this. For the 1% who do take action, I have a community. I'm collecting people who are going to be the most dangerous minds, who are going to be icons of their century. And if you want to join them, you can join my school community. First link in the bio, in the description. Stay ruthless.